It's autumn, bitches.
Hi, I'm Matt, and I have nothing better to do in my life. Autumn is every basic's favourite season, and for a good reason. When autumn comes, you can start slathering on red eyeshadow and not look like a goth or someone with pink eye, so it's great. So today I'm going to show you how you can achieve a perfect warm toned look and how to make it easier to blend darker shades into your eyes when you have hooded eyelids, because it can be a bit of a challenge since most dark shades close up your eye. I'm going to stop babbling and I'm going to get into the video. If like me you're blessed with shit skin, moisturise. Even if your skin is perfect, moisturise. Moisturising will keep your skin looking nice and feeling soft through the cold autumnal months. Is that a word? Autumnal. The cold autumnal months. And my skin's going to start looking really red right about now. So while I wait for my moisturiser to sink into my skin, I'm going to prep my lips with a lip balm because I'm going to be using a liquid lipstick. Boom, that's it. Now it's time to move on to brows. This is what I use for my eyebrows. This little kit here. It's so good and so cheap and affordable. I got it out of Burt. It's by Collection. And it comes with like a little brush which is so small and it's so good for getting like detail into your brows. And you get a little brow gel which, you know, allows you to brush your eyebrows into place. I mean, the little bit of eyebrow that I have. And then it comes with 3 different powders which you can use to fill in your brows and create a bit of dimension. So we're going to start. I'm going to use the brow gel to brush the little eyebrows into place. And the reason I do this first is because I just find this works for me. We're going to move on to the powder and the little brush, and we're going to use the middle shade to start adding definition to the tail of my brow. Use a light hand because these shades are very pigmented. So always start from the outside and work your way to the inside so that you can achieve that faded brow look but keeping it natural. I feel like autumn is all about powerful colours, but at the same time keeping it minimal and quite simple and fresh. So I'm just going to keep brushing in the colour quite lightly. Now that my brows are done, I'm going to clean them up with concealer. I wish I could clean up all my life mistakes with concealer because what the fuck, that would be so good. So I'm just, you know, going quite close to the tail of the brow, which is where I have the most product, and I'm just, you know, cleaning it. Although it doesn't really need that much. You know, I'm such a good artist. Time to move on to eyes. So the reason why I'm doing eyes before I do my face makeup is because I'm going to be using some darker shades, and if there's fallout it might ruin my face makeup. So I'm going to do my eyes first, wipe away any fallout, if there's any, and then I'm going to do my face. I'm going to prime my eyelids with the Urban Decay Primer Potion. Stick this here and stick this here. This is in the colour Eden, by the way. And I'm going to use my ring finger to blend this out. This will allow my eyeshadow to last all day long without creasing or, you know, losing its intensity throughout the day. And the reason why I'm blending using my ring finger is because it's a finger that applies the least pressure onto your eyes and it won't tug or, you know, create creases because who wants to age? I want to look 24 when I'm 55. Well, I'm probably gonna look 90. Shit. Time to move on to eyeshadow. So the trick to any eyeshadow look is to pack more than one colour onto the lid. This will ensure a subtle gradient that will allow your shadows to blend more easily. I'm going to start off with the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. Now I have just like one thing to say about this palette. Has anyone noticed how chalky it is? I love the colours, but I don't think it's the best quality and it's quite expensive. So I'm gonna start off with Eden, which is this shade here. And I'm gonna use this as a transition color pretty much all over my lid. I want to focus it just above my crease. So if you have hooded eyes, this is a trick. If you focus your colors slightly above your crease, it will create another crease which will kind of widen your eyes. It's just a bit of an illusion really. And actually try and blend this as close as you can to the inner view of your eye. Just focusing always above the crease. And this will help with the blending of the darker colors. And then we're going to move on to the next color. So for the next color, I'm embarrassed to show this, we're going to use my Modern Renaissance palette. Wait for it. It's well loved. I'm going to use this small angled blending brush and I'm going to pick up red ochre first and pack this all over the lid. So the reason why I'm using this angled brush and focusing the least amount of product onto my inner V is because that's where my eye is the most hooded. So if I apply way too much product or way too much dark eyeshadow onto that, it will only bring my eye down and make them appear more closed. We talk about the size of a spot on my nose, like Jesus Christ, it's huge. I've been trying to get rid of it for like 2 weeks, but I swear, it's got to start paying rent. And now we're gonna go in with Venetian red for representation. And I'm just gonna focus this as close as I can to my lash line, but mainly on the outer portion of my eye. I don't know if you can see. There we go. By creating more focus on the outer V of my eye, it puts less focus on the hood. Darker colors are hard to work with when you have hooded eyes, but with practice, you could even do like a smoky eye. I know I did this a lot during the summer. It just took a lot of patience and a lot of practice. Blend this mess using a nice fluffy blending brush. Now we're going to go back to the Huda Beauty Desert Dust palette and we're going to pick up the color Saffron and pack that all over the lid one last time. I'm going to get closer so you can see what I'm doing. I'm putting as much focus as possible on the outer V and blending the residue on the inner V. There we go. And now we're going to blend everything out once again with a blending brush. Nice. So I'm going to be taking the color Vermeer. As you can see, it's well loved. And I'm going to blend this into my brow bone, focusing on the arch. Your smallest finger, you're going to go into Vermeer and you're going to pack this on the inner corner. And this is such an important trick because it will widen your eyes so much. And if you have small closed eyes like me, this is a super trick. Time to curl your lashes. I've heard some lash horror stories that frankly scared me shitless, but I'm gonna do it regardless because live for danger. I don't have that many lashes. I mean, I wear falsies most of the time. It's just I have a little bit of glue left and I'm saving them for this occasion, this special occasion where I want to wear lashes because girl gotta look her best. So we're just gonna do mascara and, you know, just hope for the best. I'm embarrassed by the state of this palette, but I love it so much. This is like my baby. This is one of my favorite mascaras. It's a roller lash by Benefit. It makes my non-existent lashes appear like they somewhat exist. I love you. I want to keep the emphasis of this look on my lips and the red eyeshadow, so I'm not going to be applying any eyeliner today. And that's the eyes done for now. As a primer today, I'm going to be using the Becca, I think it's First Light Primer. And I'm just applying this where I want my skin to have a little bit of glow. And you know, I want that glow everywhere because like strobing's so cool. So I'm just sticking this everywhere, to be honest. La 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 la, and I'm just blending it with my fingers because why not? This will help achieve such a nice glow. I'll be honest, I don't like foundation and I don't like the way foundation looks on my skin, so I used to only wear concealer. But something I've been using since I was like 14 is this Garnier BB cream. You can get this at Tesco's, it's like £10. It's so good. I've been using this and I've repurchased this so many times. You don't need a lot. This is enough. And I'm going to show you a couple of ways to apply it. So what I did in high school was put this on this stippling brush, apply the product to the skin, and then blend it out with a sponge. It creates a very nice, natural sheer look. Thankfully, the coverage of this product is buildable. Now, if you want to build the coverage, just take a little bit on the sponge and go over these places. Another way you could apply it, just taking it on your finger and, you know, just rub it in. My personal favorite method is the sponge and the stippling brush. You can see the difference. Your fingers shear out and make it look extremely natural. The brush kind of makes it look a little bit more perfect. So I'm going to use a little bit more product and I'm going to go back in with the stippling brush. Just blend this out really quickly. Now, if you have any spots that kind of stick out or can't be concealed by this, worry not, we're just going to go over them with concealer. But this is such a nice color correcting, skin tone evening product that I don't feel the need for a lot of concealing. I'm just taking my concealer again. This is Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. It's so good. I love the applicator. I have a little bit of, I have some spots here that are being a bit stubborn. Just one on my nose. I'm gonna have to name her soon, but then I don't want to get too attached. And I'm gonna go a tiny bit here in my under eyes because I do notice some darkness. There we go. Da, 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 da. Am I the only one who hates that cakey skin feeling? That's what I felt like when I wore foundation. I just felt like I was wearing way too much on my skin. I like to keep my skin breathing, but I always see everyone using like such full coverage foundations all the time. And I used to be like that, but does anyone else feel the same as me? Like they like to have a natural moment? Now for powder, we're going to be using the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. And I'm going to take a mix of the lightest two shades and just focus them on the areas where I feel like my skin is the most oily. Time for contour. Back in with the Shade and Light palette, and I'm sure you know what shade I'm using. I'm gonna blend it out using this little powder brush. I used to do this all the time, I'm not even joking. Sometimes I used to struggle with contouring my jaws, so what I did was this. So to contour your nose, I don't like to do too much. A smaller brush, this is just one from a Naked palette. These are so good, I love them. I'm going to be putting a little bit of the contour shade on top here. And this creates kind of a smaller nose effect. I don't know, I hope. Onto bronzer. This is a Chocolate Soleil bronzer by Too Faced and I love it so much. So we're gonna bronze my cheeks. I'm just gonna smile. So for blush today, I'm gonna use Nars in the shade What I Wish a Man Could Give Me. Orgasm. We're just gonna stick this on the apples of my cheeks. If you want like a sweet look, just stick a tiny bit on your nose. Always works. You look like Bambi. So to highlight today, we're going to be using the Fenty Beauty Killawatt highlighters, and we'll only be using the shade Mean Money. Lower lash line. You thought I forgot about that? Then you are completely right. I'm going to take the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette and I'm just going to take the color Red Ochre. And I'm taking Venetian Red. Mascara, part 2, lower lash line. And if you want, add a second coat to your top lashes because, hey, who am I to tell you how to live your life? Time for lips. So I'm gonna rub off my lip balm and I'll be right back. So for lips today, we're gonna use Carnivorous by MAC. It's a retro matte liquid lipstick. And I love this shade. It's perfect for autumn. And I just think it looks so pretty with this look. So it's a bit of a risky color. I'll be honest, if you fuck up, God help you. But let's get onto this lipstick. Great. Now I fucked up a little bit, so I'm going to take a little bit of concealer once again on this angle brush and I'm going to correct my little fuck ups. So here's a closer look at the final look. I love it so much. If you stayed and you watched till the end, like, bitch, I love you. Thanks for watching. Like, honestly, I appreciate it so much and I hope you guys like it. I love this lip so much. I forgot how much I love this lip. It's such a bold statement look. Like, you have to be a bad bitch to wear this because, I mean, every time you're gonna eat or drink, this shit could get everywhere. And excuse me, how brave am I for wearing a white top? Like, oh my god. So yeah, I hope you guys liked the video and my everything will be in the description plus a product list of everything that I used. I hope you guys enjoyed it and bye bye.